Hi everyone. While Pastor Kazumbo is here with us, I wanted to take some time and allow him to share with all of you really the kind of the focus and vision of our ministry over in Eastern Congo in the village of Katindi, where really the vision of the ministry is to pass down a godly legacy to others. And there are really three areas that we're focusing on within that vision: education, discipleship, and leadership. And it really is all woven into this idea of a holistic ministry. And I'd like to give Pastor Kazumbo some time with all of you to explain kind of this concept of a holistic ministry and helping people out in all facets of their lives.
Yes, Dave, we talk about the holistic gospel. When we talk about the holistic gospel, we mean serving the people, not just one part, but the whole person. This concept of the holistic, we got it from Jesus himself, because before he started his ministry, he went back to his own town in Galilee, and when they gave him the book to read, he went and started reading from Isaiah, where he said he come not just for person as to save him, but also to free him from many different obstacles and problems in his life. It's why he said he came to give the blind to see, the prisoner to be free, to make people free in politics. So it's why when we are in Kitindi and we talk about the holistic ministry, so we wanted to focus not just on preaching the gospel, but preaching the gospel and evangelizing is the main focus. But we can do this when we serve our people holistically. So the whole person. It's why we have education. So education serves to help people get out of the poverty of mind, the poverty of thinking, to prepare them to have a better life. It's why we choose to start with the little kids, the children. Jesus said, "Let the little children come to me, because the kingdom of heaven is theirs." So it's why we felt that we have to go to the children. And the way to get the children with the gospel is to educate them. When education goes through, the kids, the children will be freed mentally, physically, spiritually, and socially. So they will live better life. We also have the parents, because the kids, the children have a parents. It's why we disciple the adult, we disciple the parents to know the gospel, to know how to live the gospel, and also to live socially in the family. It's why we have all the training we have installed in Kitindi. We have a different kind of training in Kitindi for the adult, what people who are in the church, the lay person in the church, even the civic leader. We invite them and they come for our training in leadership center, because when they go back, they are integral people, they are honest people, they will know how to run their family, and they will know how to run the society. We did not forget the adult for alphabetization, so adult literacy. It's why we have a three different level of literacy for the women. We have 100+ women every week in our center. Those who don't know how to read, we start in January with that group, and today you may see some know how to read. I went even in May to help them, to test them on reading. Some got the Bible because they knew how to read, and they did not know anything in January. We have a second level who knew to read a little bit. They are improving their reading and they are doing very well. And the third level, which was whom wanted to know more reading and even speaking French. So Leadership Center, the school, Discipleship, we have done good job to try to help people get out of the mindset they had that ladies, women cannot be educated. We educate them because we know that to educate women is to educate the whole society. Our ministry is holistic. When these women know how to read, they will be free because they will write themselves to their friends, to their husband. If they are in journey, they will read the Bible as they are anxious to read the Bible, and they will be freed from that blindness of not knowing anything in the world. They may have even a correspondence with their friends and some people from far away. So we wanted to free our people, not just spiritually, but we want to free them even socially, educationally, physically, and intellectually. It's why we mean the gospel we preach in Kitindi and surrounding village is holistic, because we free people from all the barrier they had and they might have by teaching them, and by training them. We want this center to be strengthened, to be strong. It's why we plan to go. When we go, as I said before, we wanted to add more and more life skills in that center. We plan, God willing, when we are back in September, out of 25 students we invited to come. So because of we are not really ready for the logistics, we are going to invite 12 for 6 months to learn Bible and theology, and then 13 will come in February to learn also. But besides that, we need to teach them how to raise goats, how to raise chicken, how to raise pigs. We need to teach them, as we have started, how to build the house in masonry, how to be a good carpenter, to serve in a society where they are going to be. Our ministry is holistic. Our ministry is complete. We train the whole person. We train the whole person so that the person, when he goes, he will not depend on someone else, because depending on someone else, as the Bible says, anyone who depends on a person be cursed. So we don't want them to be cursed. We want to be free, as Jesus said. Jesus came to give us life, and to give his life in abundance. So preaching the gospel is to free people from evil, from Satan, and to free them from this world difficulties, poverty, hunger, slavery of not knowing how to serve yourself. So we are glad that you, brother and sister, you are there to support this ministry, because we want our ministries to sustain itself, and our people to sustain themselves by what we teach them. Our teaching is self-supporting, our preaching is self-governing, and our preaching is self-propagating. When we learn, we apply the principle we learn. We know how to read, we know how to write, we know how to even to communicate around the world. So we will be free. We will be free. It's what we think and we feel, but we want to free the whole person, the whole man, not just one part of the person. That message is to you, because you have done this, and we still need your help. We still need your prayer for the holistic ministry to be completed and to take really root in Kitindi. We want this ministry to take root in Kitindi by building strong and really very strong ministry by teaching His word people how they can survive by themselves.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Pastor, for sharing your thoughts on this very important and exciting ministry that's taking place in Katindi. And please, folks, not only do we thank you for your time, but we really appreciate your thoughts and your prayers as Pastor Kazumbo goes back to Katindi here in September and continues the work that God is doing over there. So thank you for your support. Your continued thoughts and prayers are very much appreciated.